Hi, this is Joe Grushecky, and you're listening to the Beaver Morning Show with Scott. Rock on.
On the line, Mr. Joe Grushecky, are you there?
Yeah, I am here, Scott.
All right, Joe. Appreciate your time. Always. I know what you guys are up to Saturday. You're going to be at the Palace. Talk about this show with Grushecky and the House Rockers and Donnie Iris.
Well, it's Palace Theater for Donnie's birthday celebration, and we've done two or three of them in the past. So it's always fun playing with Donnie. Great band, great guys. You know, he's a Pittsburgh icon.
Now, it's a Saturday show after the St. Patrick's Parade, too. You're going to see a lot of people in green in the audience. I think they're going to be pretty loosened up. You expecting a lively crowd?
Well, I hope so. The more you drink, the better we sound.
There you go. Well, we'll talk about Grushecky and the House Rockers. You guys are on an amazing streak as well. But the fact of Donnie Iris, and what are some of your memories? What are your favorite shows with him, or favorite backstage moments with him, or when you think Donnie Iris, what's one of the first stories that comes to mind?
Well, the first time I saw Donnie was he was playing with the Jaggers at the college I went to, Harvard on the Mon, Cal State at the time, and they were just one of the best soul bands, cover bands, local bands I'd ever seen in my life, and so I was impressed with Donnie right from square one.
Jagger still getting it done. Jimmy Ross still fronting the band. Yeah, the Beaver Valley chart toppers. And were you so Donnie, he kind of went national in the late 70s, right about the time you were making inroads and getting Rolling Stone was writing about you, and then the Iron City House Rockers. And was there like a Pittsburgh scene? Was there something special about the Pittsburgh music scene that made it stand out from any other place in the country in that mid to late 70s?
Well, first of all, the musicianship was just first class. We had a record deal. B.E. had a record deal. Donnie had a record. The Grenadis had a record deal. Billy Price had a record. It was just one after another, and everybody came out of that old school where everything here in Pittsburgh was mixed together. You had soul music and rhythm and blues, rock and roll, and all those bands sort of were on the spectrum of that, and plus brought the sound of the city, especially the House Rockers, because our lyrical content was a lot about the city of Pittsburgh.
And yet all roads also led to New Brighton in Beaver County, where Donnie Iris recorded some of his biggest songs, including Aaliyah. You did some recording at Jerry Records in New Brighton. Talk about that.
Well, Jerry's was one of the first major studios we recorded at. We were raw recruits, didn't know what we were doing. Sort of learned our craft by a few sessions down at Jerry. And we had a local hit with a song called Radio Ears that we recorded at Jerry's. And the new anthology we put out on Omnivore Records has a track called Goodbye Stilltown that was recorded at Jerry's.
We've been playing that song actually on the Beaver, as well as back in '68. I've had that song in my head for a year now since you released it, and man, I thought that deserved some kind of Grammy accolade or something, a nomination at least. You really touched in what was going on in 1968 and kind of some parallels to today in some ways. And what was the inspiration behind that song?
Well, that was the year that I decided I was never going to quit playing rock and roll again. I had put my guitar down for a couple of years when I first started college. And in '68, I moved to Atlantic City for the summer and saw everybody from the Beach Boys to the Young Rascals to Ray Charles, and bought my first Telecaster at a pawn shop. And it was just, such a easy thing to write about because it was such a colorful era. And it was one of those songs that just came to me and sort of built the whole record around that song.
Mention your New Jersey ties as well. There was a theater in New Jersey that they did a performance based on the music of Joe Grushecky?
Yes, it was called East Carson Street. We were doing our best to bring it here in Pittsburgh. 20 some of my songs, 22, 23 Joe Grushecky songs, sang by all these Broadway professionals, and it was quite a performance. It exceeded my expectations. People just wildly received. It was really a great experience for me.
It's also widely received when Bruce Springsteen's in town. We can count on Joe Grushecky and the House Rockers hopping on stage. How does that come about? Do you know when you're going on? Does Bruce have an idea what song he wants you to do? Is it organic, impromptu? Kind of walk us through that process.
Well, we just played with them in January in the New Jersey, and we sort of talk on the phone. And he'll ask me to compile a list of songs that we know. I mean, we know quite a few Bruce songs at this point, and he knows a bunch of ours. And we just the last time we played, we just picked songs that would be fun, and that's sort of how it goes. We just communicate. I'll present him with a bunch of songs. And he picks the ones he wants to do.
Well, Bruce is the boss, but this Saturday you're opening for King Cool. And talk again about Donnie Iris. What has made him, you used the word iconic, an iconic person in Pittsburgh. What's the secret to Donnie Iris? Why do people love him so much?
Well, first of all, you got the great songs. He has they're part of the Pittsburgh vocabulary. Aaliyah, the rapper, Love Is Like Rock, and he's just a genuine, loving individual that people gravitate towards him.
So laid back too, just like, oh, hey man, how you doing, kind of guy. And do you have any personal stories of hanging out with him, like at a sporting event or on the golf course or at a bar, or just Donnie with him when he's not on stage?
We've gone to a few 10 games together in the owner's box, so it's always fun hanging out with Donnie. He's a great sense of humor. We have so many old stories about all the old times together. Every time we get together, it's just one laugh after another.
So you guys hit the stage. I guess it's around 7 o'clock on Saturday. What's it going to be like being the opening act? It's been a while since you've done that.
Well, it's just get on there and you play some of your best songs and get the audience up and get them all warmed up and then get off.
Have a good time and get out alive or something like that.
Have a good time and get out alive, exactly.
Pumping some iron. And not to give any secrets away, but any chance at some point during the night you and Donnie be on stage together doing some kind of duet?
We'll see what Donnie's up for. I know we know a bunch of his songs also.
Okay, and Joe, looking at the rest of 2020.
Welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, looking at the rest of 2025, what else did the House Rockers have planned?
Well, we have a Blood in the Bricks reissue. This was just our Los Angeles record that we did with Steve Cropper. Steve was legendary guitar player. Wrote Dock of the Bay, Midnight Hour, Knock on Wood, to mention Green Onions, all those songs. He was a house producer and guitarist for Stax record. We did a record with him at Cherokee Studios in 1981. Has never been on CD, so we have that newly remastered one bonus track from the sessions, and then a CD full of live and unreleased demos from the House Rockers. It's 2 CD set, the Omnivore with booklets, rare pictures, all the recording information.
You guys also did
that's coming out, and then we were working on. We just embarked on a new record.
Oh, talk about that.
Well, it's just we got a bunch of songs written. We're going to go and record them and see where it takes us.
Would you compare it to any previous albums or any new directions or anything? Or
We'll see what happens. We're just starting.
Talking with Joe
It's gonna be a
Grushecky.
good one, though.
Talking with Joe Grushecky in the house. I'm sorry, I keep talking over you. I was going to ask you also, you did a pretty historic show. You guys played the last ever show at the Hard Rock Cafe in Pittsburgh. What kind of emotions did that stir up?
Well, the Hard Rock has been a very good venue for us. I believe I played there right when it opened, and it was quite an honor to be asked to close the place. And it was just, we had a great show. Billy Price joined us, Rick Wachowski, Bill Deasy, Melinda Calese, Kelsey Friday. Everybody joined it in. And the crowd was just, it was just a very happy, even though it was a sad moment. But it was just a great gig. And, it's not the first place we've closed. We've closed the Holiday House, Decade, Rosebud, Rhythm House.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we're the Grim Reapers of rock and roll.
Well, the Palace has been standing for 99 years, and I think it's got a few more, definitely, for sure, in Greensburg.
So, yeah.
One more time, that is Saturday, 7 p.m. There are tickets available starting at $44, up to $89. And Joe Grushecky, anything else you want people to know about Grushecky and the House Rockers and this show Saturday with Donnie, Iris, and the Cruisers?
Yeah, we'll be at your local. We're playing around Pittsburgh this summer quite a bit. So just come check us out. We're really, really firing on all cylinders now, and the new record is just tremendous. Cool, one of the coolest songs in the world on Little Steven's Underground Garage. It was number 8, 2024, coolest song in the world.
Ooh. Got that garage rock sound then. All right, well, you can send it to us, and we'll definitely play it here on the Beaver.
All right, brother.
All right, Joe, thanks for your time. Good luck. Good luck Saturday. There you have it, Joe Grushecky. And back to music. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Joe Grushecky, and you're listening to the Beaver Morning Show with Scott. Rock on.